Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and to bear true faith and allegiance to the same. That I will obey the orders of the President of the United States and the orders of those officers appointed over me according to regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God.
We celebrate Veterans Day on the anniversary of the armistice that ended World War I. The armistice that began on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month. The timing of this holiday is quite deliberate in terms of historical fact. But somehow it always seems quite fitting to me that this day comes deep in autumn, when the colors are muted and the days seem to invite contemplation. It is, in a way, an odd thing to honor those who died in defense of our country, in defense of us, in wars far away. The imagination plays a trick. We see these soldiers in our mind as old and wise, but most of them were boys when they died, and they gave up two lives, the one they were living and the one they would have lived. When they died, they gave up their chance to be husbands and fathers and grandfathers. They gave up their chance to be revered old men. They gave up everything for our country, for us. And all we can do is remember. I will not fail thee, nor forsake thee. In memory of those who gave the last full measure of devotion, may our efforts to achieve lasting peace gain strength. Let us make a vow to our dead. Let us show them by our actions that we understand what they died for. Strengthened by their courage, heartened by their value, and born by their memory, let us continue to stand for the ideals for which they lived and died.
In the history of the world, only a few generations have been granted the role of defending freedom in its hour of maximum danger. I do not shrink from this responsibility. I welcome it. I do not believe that any of us would exchange places with any other people or any other generation. The energy, the faith, the devotion which we bring to this endeavor will light our country and all who serve it. We shall pay any price, bear any burden, meet any hardship, support any friend, oppose any foe to assure the survival and the success of liberty.
Get ready for your favorite game.
Who's that douche canoe?
Wait a minute, what is this? There was some kind of cool Memorial Day thing going on because it's Veterans Day or whatever it is. Some holiday, and now this crap. What is this, man? I don't want to hear this. You don't think I didn't see Blackheart Night, what you did? Man, I'm not, you ain't tapping me, man. No, that ain't. That's what I have to do is the hero. Which real American hero are we about to see? Why are people booing? That's not cool, man. Listen, man. Now, see, Hezokuai, because what is today, Veterans Day or Memorial Day? I don't want to hear that. Today's like, I don't know, some kind of holiday or something. And Hezokuai was playing some schmaltzy crap about military heroes. But that was a real hero right there, man. Frauditors are the real heroes. They're the ones who deserve real respect. Yeah, we should have a holiday for Frauditors, man. They protect our rights and our freedoms from people having, from people that don't like being filmed. That's right. You have no right to not like being filmed. All you can do is bow to my will because I have a camera. That's what America's all about. What is this guy, Blackheart Knight? No, don't zap. Hez isn't gonna zap me because Blackheart Knight said so, is he? You wouldn't do that to me, would you, Hez? Ah, crap! Ow!
Hi, guys. I'm sorry, I got a little cold. So I'll I'll trudge through as best I can, man. And I gotta go to work today. This is gonna be a fun day. All right, what do we got? We got Kingston 2000 say, good morning, all. That's everybody. That's all it is. And the Bears lost. Hey, Cliff Hickson, what's up? G'day from the west part of Australia, or from the wet part of Australia. Maybe it's both. I don't know. I didn't think there was a wet part of Australia. I thought it was just basically a desert full of kangaroos and quokkas and crocodiles. The 3 Ks, right? I don't know. Good morning. Welcome to the show. David E. Person, a panicked frauditor, told his doctor, you have to help me, I'm thinking. No, settle down, the doctor calmly told him. You'll just have to learn to be a little patient. Oh, you have to help me, I'm shrinking. I thought the problem was that he was thinking. He never had a thought before because he's a frauditor. Either way, it works. Good morning, David. Chef M80, what's up? No. Yeah, there you go. Good to see you. Good to have you here. Cliff Hickson, David E. Persons. Let's see. Highway Star. Yeah. And of course, the one and the only, the legendary Blackheart Knight. My tiny chihuahua life is in the house. The Lessonator is here. Good stuff. P. Barnes, David, P. Barnes, Monday. La, 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 la. Yes, P. Barnes, welcome. Chef M80, David E. Persons, who else did I not say hello to? Zerzu's here! All right, welcome to the show. Let's see. Wouldn't it be nice if we were older and we wouldn't have to wait so long? 33 and 40. Is that like 25 or 64? Yeah! All right. I told you, man, I'm not feeling too good this morning. DUI, drivers usually count. What? Maggie K, what's up? Pesky 10th Amendment. If only they could count that high. Right? They never get past the 5th. And they don't even use that right. Terry Barnes, what's up? P. Barnes, what's up? Good morning, my friends. God bless you too. I looked at my keyboard. There is no number higher than 9. That's good, Zuzu. I dig that. Let's see. Maggie K, Highway Star, Terry Barnes, Society Red, what's up? There's the $2 from Blackheart Knight that we started the show with the zap from News Now Voodoo from Blackheart 2. Jason Gutterman, 2 News Now Voodoo from Blackheart Knight. Ding dong dang dang nabbit sandwich sauce. All right. Stefan St. German's in the house. Bondman. Is that like badminton? Oh, I know it's another. Bonjour. Yeah, how about that? Bon appetit. Sherry. I don't know. I thought it was a Bears video. No. I decided since today's Veterans Day to do something, for the veterans. My dad was a vet, Brian Showman, good morning, everyone. Good morning to you. And my dad was in Korea. Let's see. Brian Showman, P. Burns, Chef M80. Who else is here? Of course, cool. Clearwater is in the house. Maggie K, what's up? Society Red, Cliff Hickson, Jerry Barnes, Blackheart Knight. Who else is here? Robert Custos, good morning, all. Good morning to you. Josiah Stalbert is here. All right, what's up? Let's see. Metal Rules, yes. The Giants also lost. Oh, the Bears lost. Oh, King Pokey's here. All right. Welcome. Always good to see you. Did the Bears win? No, they did not. It was bad. 2 weeks in a row, it was really bad. Chuck, what's up? They're talking about like firing the coach already. Like the last 2 weeks were really bad. You skipped my joke. You told a joke. All right, wait a minute. Let me scroll back up to Chef M80. Giants lost too. Yeah, that is a joke. No. Let's see. My grandfather was in the Air Force. That's not funny. Thank you all who have served. No, that's not a joke. I'm getting ready to head to work. Oh, hi, Maggie. I didn't get a joke. The pesky 10th Amendment. I read that one. They couldn't count that high. Yeah. Lisa Alcazar, what's up? No, man, way back at the beginning. Ah, crap. Even before the 10th Amendment thing. Holy crap, hammer sandwich sauce. Let's go all the way back to the first thing Chef M80 said. Let's see. Chef M80, watch me scroll while I find your jokey joke. Ain't no joke. Oh, wait. I do see someone responding to a joke you said, saying, wow, that's a good one. Here we go. All right, I found it. All right. Did you hear that scientist crossbred a watermelon with a cauliflower? If you eat it, you experience melancholy. I like that. It's good. Yes. I actually was in Chicago at the Metro for the Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness record release party with Cheap Trick and the Smashing Pumpkins. That was a fun show. Lexi Ann, what's up? Zerzu's like, Hez is acting like he's got a kid to get ready for school or something. Yeah. See, Zerzu knows what's up. Hey y'all, hey Lexi, hey Lisa, what's up? Cliff Hickson, anyone? All right, anyway, LaDonna Rogers, what's up? Siri called me, don't call me Shirley. My phone was in airplane mode. Better lay me to the bone, jacking me up, tighten me. I always wanted to, like, I don't know. It just, I don't want to sound like somebody who didn't see that movie, who doesn't get the joke, to think that I was trying to like make fun of the way people talk or something, like offensive, like just, because in the movie and it's funny, but like to go to a restaurant and to order dinner the way they did, like you want to order a steak. Yes, may I help you? Yeah, mama, slide a piece of the porter, drink side run the Java. I love that line. Slide a piece of the porter. He wants steak. Porterhouse, steak. Slide a piece of the porter. And then Java is coffee and drink side run the Java. Yeah, mama, slide a piece of the porter, drink side run the Java. I love that line. It's just so slick the way he says it. It's like I always wanted to go to a restaurant and say that just to see what would happen. But if they didn't get the joke, then it might be like, taken it very much the wrong way. So I've never done that. And then the Zerzu said airplane mode is a hoax. I've tried it many times and my phone has never turned into an airplane. That's right, dag nabbit. Sorry. I told you guys earlier I'm not feeling too good today, and I'm not looking forward to taking him to school and then going to work. See, that's the thing, man. Like with my job, I'm outside almost all day. And this last week, there were a couple days that it was okay, but one day in particular was like 39, 40 degrees and raining. And I'm standing outside. I had my coat on with my hood up, but it was just not fun. And then the state of Wisconsin came to my work, and specifically for me, for my job, just for what I do. The state comes to me and says, well, because you're doing this stuff with the cars and the DMV and blah, 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 you got to use this now. And they gave me all new hardware, a whole new computer, new internet, new Wi-Fi, new everything, all brand spanking new equipment. And they were like, it's going to be so much better. It's going to be so much cooler. It's going to be great. None of it works. None of it works. They did this on Wednesday. Half the day, like while I was on lunch on Wednesday. So when I came back in after lunch, nothing worked all day Wednesday, all day Thursday, all day Friday. I'm sitting there struggling with all this new equipment. I'm calling them. We'll send a representative. To fix it. We'll send someone to fix it. They still never did. So I'm going to go in there today, and who knows when, if they're going to show up. So meantime, I'm trying to do my job, but the tools they gave me to do it don't work right. So I'm doing the best I can with what I have. Imagine, like, I don't know, how could I describe it? Like, I guess, like having a ratchet that doesn't ratchet. So you have to, like, turn it by hand like you would with just a regular wrench anyway. So what's the point of having a brand new ratchet if it doesn't do it? And you have to take a regular wrench and do it anyway. Like, it's like that. It's like I have the tools to do the stuff, the new tools they give me, but they don't work right. So I just have to do it the old-fashioned way anyway. So there's no point. Hey, NCR News Network, what's up? LaDonna Rogers, what's up? Let's see. Did you put in the power socket? Yeah, that didn't work either. Anyway, we were just talking about how Zerzu said that his Siri told him, "Don't call me Shirley," because he had it in airplane mode. I thought that was hilarious. So I started the show with the Memorial Day video, or Veterans Day. What I keep seeing voodoo, what you did to my brain. I got a little bit of a cold today, so I'm not at 100%. So I'm just going to jump right into the first video. And since Blackheart Knight's here, well, and NCR's here, dagnabbit, but Blackheart Hero was first. So let's go ahead and start the show with the Blackheart Knight video, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? All right. Let's go.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Well, hello, and welcome back to the channel, everybody. In today's video, we find ourselves in Michigan, where a softard tries his hand at being a pro se litigant, and, well, it completely backfires on him. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this freaking show on the road, shall we?
Okay, were you on duty on May 24th, 2024 at approximately 9 p.m.?
I was.
What was the weather like at that time? Do you
Weather that day was clear, and it was still light outside.
the road conditions?
Dry.
Okay. And you were on patrol at that time?
I was.
You were in a marked patrol car?
I was.
Where were you on patrol?
I was patrolling the downtown area near 11 Mile in Washington.
That's in the city of Royal Oak?
It is.
What happened at that time at those crossroads?
I was stopped at the 11 Mile in Washington light facing westbound. I had a green arrow, and a vehicle proceeded eastbound mile through a light, which gained my attention. That light was red for them, which drew my attention to that vehicle.
Okay, what type of vehicle was that?
I believe it was a black 2024 Ford Edge.
Is your vehicle equipped with a dash cam? Judge, at this time, I'd like to play that video from Officer Moran's dash cam.
Okay.
This dash cam footage is pretty much a textbook example of a traffic violation, and, well, this softard just doesn't seem to understand that to begin with.
Can the court see that?
I can.
Officer Moran, you can see that video that I pulled?
can. Yep.
Okay. Just playing that video now, Judge.
Okay.
Now, as you can see from the officer's dash cam right here, that is a green left turn signal, with the other two signals right there in view obviously are red. Now, with the officer having the green signal right there, does that mean that the opposing lanes are either red or green? Ding, 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 ding. They're red at this point. So, Sovtard, you definitely messed up in this situation right here. Now, we all make errors. Was this an error in judgment? I don't know. Perhaps it was, perhaps it wasn't. But let's just go ahead and give the Sovtard the benefit of the doubt and see if he is able to defend himself on this particular situation right here.
Is that the video taken from your patrol car?
That is the vehicle for my patrol vehicle.
Does that fairly and accurately portray the events of the incident that led to the defendant being issued a civil infraction on that date and time?
It does.
Your Honor, I'd ask that that video be admitted into evidence.
All right, so admitted.
Officer, so what do you see on that video?
What I see, like I spoke to earlier, I was stopped at the 11-mile at Washington light facing westbound. I got the green arrow to turn southbound on Washington when a vehicle proceeded eastbound through, obviously, the red light.
And then you pulled that vehicle over?
Yes, I immediately initiated a traffic stop.
And that was on 11 Mile in the city of Royal Oak?
It was, yep.
When you approached that vehicle, did you observe the driver of that vehicle?
I did.
Do you recognize the driver of that vehicle on this Zoom today?
I do.
What's your objection?
Because I was traveling. I wasn't driving.
Oh, come on now, man. Is that the best you've got? If that's the best you've got, then, well, this is a pretty short case right here. So let's continue on.
Okay, overruled. Go ahead. You can answer the question, Officer Moran.
Yes, I do see the defendant in the court today.
Your Honor, let the record reflect that Officer Moran has identified the defendant, Anthony Mathis.
The record will so reflect.
When you pulled the defendant over, did you have a conversation with him?
I did.
And in that conversation, did he admit to you that he had driven through the red light?
He did.
And ultimately, you issued him a ticket?
I did.
What was that ticket for that you had issued him?
I actually issued him an impeding traffic ticket.
Okay. But that's not what he actually did, correct?
No, that's not.
Why did you issue him an impeding traffic ticket?
Mr. Mathis at the time had a good driving record. He knew what he did. He told me he admitted to it, and he had a good attitude on the road. So I chose to go an impeding traffic ticket.
I object.
What's your objection?
I never admitted to anything. Did you guys pull that up? Did I admit to something?
You'll have a chance to.
That's false.
Mr. Mathis, you'll have a chance. Your objection's overruled. This is his testimony from his memory. You'll have a chance to testify yourself and add any additional evidence here. So at this point, that is not a proper objection. It's overruled. Anything else to add there to that?
What, just very briefly, Judge, what
And you see, Sovtard, this is exactly why you need a lawyer at this point, because a lawyer would have waited till it was his turn to ask the questions of the officer at that point. There are procedures, and if you go pro se, you often or not don't know those procedures, and you end up falling flat on your face.
What infraction did you actually observe?
Wait a minute, guys. I object to the fact that you caught me. Did you do this? I object. You weren't supposed to catch me. That's the thing. That's the thing about the sovereign citizen script in court. All the way down the line. Every single sovereign citizen court case I've ever seen. It's never, did you do it? Because they always did. They're always guilty every time. Were you driving without a license? Well, okay. I shouldn't say that because there's no absolutes. Because how many times have we seen somebody get pulled over, play the soft sit game, and then later on we find out they had a license the whole time. They just read something online and decided to try it to see if it would work. And they actually had the registration and the license and all that. They just refused to show it at the time. So, okay, it's not fair to put a blanket statement on anything ever, really, right? But in general, 99% of the time, Graham's here. What's up, Graham? Florida Jim's here. What's up? Graham, what's up? Anyone else I didn't say hello to? Parson, did the Bears win? No. Dag nabbit. Nightman's wife, what's up? They didn't just lose, but they lost ugly. It was bad. So, Ironton Auditors in the house. What's up? That's right. That's right. Great to see you. So anyway, the one thing that they all have in common is like they're all guilty. Every single one of them. Were you driving without a license? Yes. What's the argument? Well, I object. To what? Getting busted? Well, you have no jurisdiction. Well, why not? Because you're guilty and you don't want to go to pay be responsible for your own actions? You don't want to take responsibility for what you did? The Bears need a new refrigerator, right? Nicody, what's up? I like that one. All right, back to the video.
I could have wrote him two infractions, either disobey traffic control device or disobey traffic signal.
And that's what he actually did, correct?
Correct.
Judge, I have nothing further at this time.
Now, Mr. Mathis, it's your opportunity to ask Officer Moran any questions that you feel are necessary. Now, I just want to instruct you. You'll have a chance to testify if you choose to in a moment. Right now, anything that you say should be in the form of a question directed at the officer. If you're going to start testifying, I'm going to have to interrupt you and redirect you. You'll have that chance in a moment. It's just to ask questions. So go ahead with any questions you have.
All right. Well, for the record, is there any injured party? Do we have a sworn affidavit or complaint from an injured party?
No, there's no injured party.
Okay, so we don't have any injured party. So Judge, you've been sworn in to uphold the Constitution, correct?
I'm not on the stand. I'm not answering any questions like that, Mr. Moran, or Mr. Mathis, excuse me.
So what type of court is this? Is this Admiralty Maritime Law?
Mr. Mathis, right now is your opportunity to ask Officer Moran any questions that you want to. If you're going to make some legal objections or something along those lines, you can do that in your closing. But right now, this moment in time is for you to ask Officer Moran any questions.
Okay, well, for the record, we don't have any injured parties, correct?
Judge, that's been asked and answered.
Sustained. He already answered that question.
Right, correct. I just wanted to make sure that we got that on the record. So if there's no injured party here, then why are we here? No,
Judge, I don't think that's an appropriate question for
it should have been no type of charge.
Hang on, Mr. Mathis. When there's just like when you made an objection, we all waited for the court to make a ruling. That's what you need to do. So Mr. Klusny just made an objection that your question was actually more of a legal argument. I think that's what your objection was, Mr. Klusny, correct?
Yes, Judge, I don't believe there was a question directed to the officer.
So I'm sustaining that objection. And again, you can make those legal arguments or whatever the case is that you want to make at the end. Right now, it's just questions or not to Officer Moran. Anything else?
No, that's the only question that I have. If there's no injured party, he said no one was injured.
Yeah, the no victim, no crime argument. Yeah, that doesn't really work, especially in this occasion right here, considering that you were observed running a traffic light. It's cut and dry, you soft-hard. You violated the law. Now you got to pay the fine, and that's all it's going to be is a fine. Why are you putting yourself through this and making yourself look like a complete moron on the internet? Wait, don't answer that question. We already know the answer. You've been listening to too many soft-tard gurus who've been leading you astray because you don't know the law to begin with, nor do they, but you listen to them anyway because you think they know the law, right? Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, you brainless imbecile, but you've been fleeced by these guys. So you might as well smarten up and learn what the actual laws are.
Real quick, I want to address this comment from CyberX because I say this all the time. I'm not involved in commerce, but I invoke commercial code in a situation that involves no commerce. And that's the thing that these sovtards never seem to understand. It drives me nuts. They always quote UCC this, UCC, it's uniform commercial code. Right. And I'm not engaged in commercial activity. Right. So commercial code doesn't apply to you. So why are you quoting commercial code? It doesn't apply. The code that does apply is the one you violated. Well, it makes no sense. I mean, for some reason it makes sense to them, but it's because their minds, they don't put two and two together. They don't put the pieces together. They just look at each individual puzzle piece. Oh, this says I don't need a license unless I'm commercial. Right. The commercial code says you need a license to engage in commercial activity. It doesn't say that if you're not engaged in commercial activity, you don't need a license under non-commercial code, which is the code that you're operating under, which is the code you're being charged under. It's like they ignore the codes that have to do with them, like they don't even exist. Or, well, that code's a violation of my rights. Oh, so the code's basic. So basically what you're saying is the law states that you could do whatever the hell you want, whenever the hell you want, with no consequences, period. And again, it's like, well, what is the extreme you're going to take it to? This is just a traffic ticket. But how many cases have we seen? I play videos here all the time of people who got caught stealing, with that freaking idiot up here in Wisconsin driving through the parade, literally killing people. Well, you have no jurisdiction to charge me at all. So that means you, and the injured party thing. If you kill somebody, how is the dead body going to show up at court to testify against you and to sign a sworn affidavit that you killed them? Your argument falls apart with any scrutiny. These guys are so dumb, it's insane. 5 memberships from Highway Star. What's up? Here's your happy dance, Highway Star. All right, thank you so much. How did he lose? He used Black's Law Dictionary Volume 2. Unless I'm mistaken, commercial code. Well, here's the thing, David. It's like that entire section of the UCC that they always quote, like the entire section covers specific types of trade. And if you're not engaged in that in the first place, nothing in the code applies to you. And that's the thing that's crazy about it, because their argument is, it's almost like they're saying, look, this code says I don't have to do that unless I'm commercial. Right. But you're not commercial. So that code doesn't apply at all. That code only applies to people that are in commercial activity. So why are you quoting it? The code that does apply to you is the code you're being charged under. That's why when they say, well, why don't you tell me the nature and cause? and then the judge says it, they say, well, you didn't tell me the nature and cause. And then we go nuts because the judge told them the nature and cause 72 times, and they're saying, how come you won't tell me? Because they will not accept the codes that they actually are being charged under. They only accept codes that don't apply to them. There was a case where the Sovset actually stole from his employee. He said that his employer was not physically hurt. Right. Exactly. They cause loss, injury, or harm, but they still won't accept responsibility. They don't care. Flap, what's up? Flap, flap, flip, flap, flip, flap, flip, flap, flip, yeah, flip, flop, and fly. Don't care if I flip, flop, and fly. Yeah. Maggie K, what's up? Can't believe Sovsets are so low on the IQ scale. They are so dumb. But here's the thing, Florida Jim, what's up? I think I've told this story before, but it's worth saying again. So, to a certain extent, I get it. And I'll tell you why. The whole way that I found out that any of this exists at all was years ago. I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years ago now. I was, my license plate was about to expire. Or it was expired. Whatever. I got the letter from the state saying I need to renew my license plate. And at that time, if I had an extra $20, to me, there was no such thing as an extra $20. That's a box of diapers. You know? Like, I got 4 kids. I'm married. You know, I got to take care of my family first above everything else. I don't have an extra $85 laying around to get my license plate renewed. So I started to panic. And I started going online. And at the time, I didn't know anything about any of this stuff, okay? So I started searching online to see, like, are there any laws that would allow me to not have to pay any of my fees or fines or whatever? And I got a lot of hits, and I started reading all this interesting stuff and seeing all these really interesting videos. But I didn't realize at the time that all the stuff I was reading was all sovereign citizen gobbledygook. And then I was going down that rabbit hole. So I could see how someone who's desperate, like I was at the time, could fall down that rabbit hole. Luckily for me, I started watching YouTube videos, and it was 2 videos. 2 videos is all it took. I watched one, and I was like, yeah, that's right. You stand up for your rights, and you tell those tyrants that you don't need any of this paperwork or all this stuff, and it's all crap. Yeah. And then I went to that person's page and started watching all their other videos and realized very quickly that these were Glenn Serio videos, but I didn't know who he was yet. But I found out real fast, and immediately I was like, no, there's no possible way that somebody just randomly gets messed with by the cops that often for no reason. And eventually it soon, like quick, started realizing that they were the ones that were full of crap. And ultimately, I did what I should have done in the first place, what everyone should do. I called the number on the letter, and I talked to the lady, and I set a thing up where I was all good. I made a couple payments, got my stuff taken care of, and no worries. Everything was fine. Everything was fine. Has needed Parson Shield, right? James Freeman's been full Sovset for a while. I actually made a video about him being a Sovset months ago. That guy, but he's just more militant about it now, I guess would be the way to put it. What do you get when a Sovset and a Frauditor breed? Glenn cereal. Yeah, right? Oh, man. That's bad. I think it's the fact that people are desperate at times to make them fall more vulnerable to the idea of the sovereign citizen and the frauditor mindset. Well, that's exactly right. That's why, like, to a certain extent, it's weird because to me, the offsets are way worse than the frauditors. But then again, lately we've been seeing the frauditors escalating the violence to the extremes where people are literally getting shot. You know, there's no excuse for Impact Media and his crew to have a guy that is being held down on the ground. At that point, if the dude was a threat, because that's their excuse, is that he was the threat and they were defending themselves. When you got 3 guys laying on top of him, holding him down on the ground, the threat has already been neutralized. There's no reason to start stomping on his head. And these brain-dead idiots that are their fans and other creators look at that video and say they were defending themselves. How can you defend yourself from somebody who's on the ground being held down by other people? And you're stomping on his head. Who needs to be defended? Him from you. Like, and that's always the case. And that's always been the case. And that's always the problem. These people, they don't see the videos. I always said my theory is that the difference is that we watch the videos, we see what's happening, and we go, that's crazy, that's unacceptable, that's ridiculous, that's insane. But they don't watch the video. They listen to the false narration of the frauditors, of the people in the videos, and that's what they're responding to. You read the comments. I can't believe that cop violated his rights. I'm watching the video, and what do I see? A cop going, but the narration, oh, look at that tyrant, look at that tyrant. And then the comment section, oh my God, I can't believe those tyrants did that to you. And you watch the video, what did he do? Literally nothing. Anyway, thanks for letting me hang out with you. You're always welcome here, Ironton. You know that. The gold standard, ladies and gentlemen. It's the fact that they're more predatory towards the vulnerable that gets the followers. And they have the fact that they're now going after younger and more impressionable people. Yes. I agree 100. Anyway, back to the video. Let's watch some more stupid being dumb. He breathed on him. Yeah, that's how the cop violated his rights. He breathed on him. I'm sorry, just real quick, last thing before I go back to the video. That's why the example I always use, my all-time favorite example, is any and every walk of shame video. ID refusal videos. Just do a search on YouTube for ID refusal and see how many thousands of videos you get. So now if these cops are out there violating all these people's rights, how is it possible that there's ever even been one ID refusal ever? Let alone thousands posted every single day. If there was all this horrible, evil, rotten, vicious tyranny going on, there'd be no such thing as an ID refusal. They ask you for an ID, you say no, then they beat the hell out of you and rip it out of your pocket, whether you like it or not, while you're handcuffed to a post. But that's not what's happening. And the walk of shame videos are even better. Because if the cop's leaving the ID refusal, and you're, while they're leaving, going, walk of shame, what's happening? One, you're filming them walking away, so they didn't stop you from filming, so they didn't violate that. You're saying walk of shame, which means you're still speaking, so they didn't violate that. And if it was an ID refusal, then you never gave them your ID, so they didn't violate that. So what did they do that was so bad? Literally nothing? stand there and listen to you berate them for 15 minutes before they got sick of listening to you and left? But you listen to the narration of the idiot, and their fans, they start foaming at the mouth. They're frothing. I can't believe these evil, vicious, horrible, rotten, no good scumbag tyrants are doing this. Let's go out in the street and start murdering cops. Yeah, yeah. Let's call flood and threaten to blow up the building and grape the secretaries and tear. Yeah. Vicious, violent, no good, rotten, evil scumbags. It's horrible. But they're getting paid, so who cares, right? They got money. All that matters is that they can monetize their videos. That's what matters. Freedom and rights, what? Freedom to beat people up in the street if they don't like being filmed? That's what they're fighting for. That's the freedom they're fighting for, ultimately. The freedom to beat people up if you say, I don't like being filmed. To be vicious, thug, tyrannical tyrants who force you to have your image exploited on their YouTube channel for money. And if you don't like it, you get punished for it. Hey, Erica, what's up? Didn't even see you there. What's up?
All right. So, Mr. Kaluzny, would you like to call any additional witnesses? I should ask you first, any redirect of Officer Marine?
Not at this time, Judge.
All right. Then any additional witnesses, Mr. Kaluzny?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Mathis, will you be testifying, or do you have any witnesses that you'd like to call on your behalf?
No, I don't.
All right. Mr. Kaluzny, then your closing statement.
Judge, based on the testimony of Officer Moran and the video, it's clear by a preponderance of evidence that the defendant committed the offense of disobeying a traffic signal. The authority for the stop comes from MCL 257.611 or 257.612. I believe that's for the traffic control device. The video in this case could not be more clear, Judge. You see Officer Moran is in the left turn lane. He gets a green arrow, and the defendant in his vehicle has a red light, drives right through the red light. If Officer Moran didn't stop, he would have hit the defendant's vehicle because he went right through the red light. It's rare that we have a video that is as clear as this, Judge. And the officer tried to give him a break by writing him for an impeding instead of what he actually did, which was disobeying a traffic signal. And I believe it's clear, based on the testimony in the video, that the defendant is responsible for that traffic offense of disobeying a traffic signal.
Repeat your change. Yeah.
Thank you.
You got the light?
Mr. Mathis, your closing argument?
Well, what I would like to say on the record is no one was injured. There's no injured parties. If you guys can't bring forth any injured party, then why are we still here?
Is that your excuse for running a red light? There was nobody injured, so therefore there's no crime? That is a very lame-ass argument, dude. Sure, you can run 1,000 traffic lights and nothing will happen, but then there'll be that one day where you end up hitting, injuring, or even ending somebody's life. And then, well, what's your excuse then? Well, I ran 1,000 traffic lights and nothing happened. Well, there was that one time. But of course, you're a damn soft-heart, so you don't believe in responsibility to begin with. Now, do you?
I need this to be dismissed, and the funds that was issued on the bond account needs to be reimbursed to me. Period. You guys don't have any injured party here. Based on the Constitution, the Sixth Amendment, if you guys can't bring forth the accuser, then this needs to be dismissed.
Anything else, Mr. Mathis?
Not at the moment.
All right. Was there a bond posted? I'm not quite sure what he's talking
Absolutely.
about.
Judge, it looks like there was a $175 bond posted. Judge, I apologize. The file is here. I'm going to send the file into court.
Mr. Kaluzny, the amendment was to disobey a traffic signal, which is okay.
I apologize, Judge. The file coming into you.
That's all right. The amendment that the people made here was to disobey a traffic signal. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. The court's heard the testimony, the arguments of the parties, reviewed the video that was introduced as evidence. The video shows clearly the vehicle driven by Mr. Mathis go through a red light, the traffic signal at 11 in Washington. The standard here at issue is preponderance. The video showed beyond any doubt, really, that that's what occurred. Also, there's testimony from Officer Moran that that Mr. Mathis did actually admit on the roadside that he had done what was alleged to have occurred here today. That testimony was uncontroverted by any other evidence that was introduced. With that, the court does find Mr. Mathis to be responsible for the amended charge of disobey a traffic signal. That's a $150 fine. Mr. Mathis has posted a $175 bond, so the court will apply the bond to the fine of $150. There's a $25 refund coming to Mr. Mathis, and that's all for today. All right, we're all set. Thank you, Mr. Kluzny, Mr. Mathis, Officer Moran. You all have a good day.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Officer.
This is just further evidence that this soft-tard BS doesn't even work in court at all. Yet they keep doing this BS, thinking that's going to have some magical results that'll get them off. Yeah, there's the occasional time when the charges are dismissed, but that's not a victory. That just basically means they don't have time to deal with it, and it can still come back and bite them in the ass later on if the need should arise. So at any rate, this guy ended up making himself look like a complete fool in front of everybody using these soft-tard arguments. Congratulations, dude. You're a freaking moron. At any rate, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.
This could be some groundbreaking stuff right here.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for the one and only Blackheart Knight. Let's go. And Cova 42's here. What's up? I haven't seen you. I didn't say hi. Oh, yeah, the one who pulled that crap in the rental car. We played one of those last week. The Cody, what's up? So here's the thing. Let's see, because CyberRack said something earlier about with the ID. And to get a bank account. Here's the thing that I love about the irony with these douche canoes. Like, things like this make me believe that they know how stupid they are. Like the ones who claim that money isn't real, and yet they still go to the store and buy things. How? They obviously use money to do it. You don't go into Walmart, have a basket full of groceries, walk up to the self-checkout aisle and just drop a gold coin on there and walk out. And I love the fact that they don't even like know anything about value. The ones that actually do try to use gold, they'll be like, hey, you owe a $20,000 fine. Okay, I threw a gold coin at you. Haha. I'm paid. Even if that was the way it worked. What was it, a $20 gold coin, a $1 gold coin, a Sacagawea? A $50 gold coin to pay for something that costs 10 grand? The hell out of here. Come on, let's go. Where's the real money? Hit me up with this nonsense. But then the point I was originally getting at was give them a check that's in all caps and tell me they're not going to cash it because it's got an all caps name on it. Of course they're going to go. No, we don't take pieces of 8. My oldest son is almost done reading Treasure Island. I borrowed him I let him borrow my copy of Treasure Island, and he's almost done reading it. I love it whenever he comes here and starts talking to me about, Dad, they're on the island now. And I'm like, oh, yeah. What's up, pieces of 8? But anyway, yeah. No shillings, no pieces of 8. Yep. But really, like, that's not the way it works. But again, yeah, you need ID to have a bank account. They don't mind showing their ID for that. That's not a Fourth Amendment violation. It's only when a cop asks for ID. Like, the whole point of having a driver's license, if you don't have to show it when you get pulled over, why do you even have it? What purpose does it serve? Just to sit in your wallet? Well, you could use an ID. You could get an ID and use that as ID. I don't know about every state, but I know here and in Illinois, they have driver's licenses and they have ID cards. They're two different things. One is when you're in a car, specifically, which also can be used for any identification purposes, or just an ID that you just use, like, so you could vote, so you could buy, booze or whatever, cigarettes, whatever you're trying to do that you need an ID for, depending on how old you are and where you live. Right now, I could go, because I have an ID, I have a legitimate driver's license as well. But I could go right across the street right now and buy a Glock because I have an ID, a Wisconsin ID. And so it's like, I don't know. It's like the ID, it just seems to me like they don't care about it for any other thing except for when a cop asks for their driver's license. Then it's a thing. But any other thing they do in life, obviously they do things in life. Or maybe they don't. Who knows? Like these Moors that you hear about that are doing what are they doing? Squatting. Right? You hear about these damn Moors that are squatting, and it's like, maybe they're not actually legitimately paying for anything. They want to live somewhere. They just go to a house where nobody's home and just say, no, now it's my house, and put a Moorish flag in the window until the original owners come back, and then they go find another place. I don't know. It's nuts. It's nuts. It's crazy. It's insane. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. A driver's license doesn't belong to the person. It belongs to the state, so the fourth doesn't apply. See, that's the thing. Like, these guys always twist everything. It's like, you can't ask me for ID. That's a violation of my Fourth Amendment. Why? Because the Fourth Amendment says I can be secure in my personal papers and effects. Okay, so I can't come into your house, grab the deed to your property, kick you out, and say it's mine now because I hold the deed. That's what that means. I legally can't do that. There's nothing to do with your driving. I'm not driving, I'm traveling. Uncle Artie's Bar and Grill of Stupidity. Shock yourself. I did a donation and you didn't even acknowledge it. I got one from Blackheart and I got one from Highway Star. I didn't get nothing from you. Well, no, honestly, in reality, in real life, Uncle Artie actually is very generous and has helped me a lot. So thank you, Uncle Artie, but you don't get crap. No, okay. I'm sorry. Let me put it this way. The person behind the hat in the mullet is a great guy. But Uncle Artie, screw you. You get nothing. All right, let's see. Cova 42. Artie's Corporate Fiction did a great video with the woman in New Jersey who they all had to call SWAT to get the Moors out of her home. Yes, exactly. Exactly. In fact, I think that led to the argument that I used the sample for when he said, come take it, bitch. And then Schrodinger's cat was like, oh, let me quote my good friend Artie. Come take it, bitch. Anyway, in real life, come on. We love Uncle Artie. He's a great guy. Your ID is issued so you could provide. So you could. Oh, yeah. Edward, that's a great point. The whole reason you get the ID and the driver's license is so that you can be secure in your personal papers and effects. You don't need to share those because you have the ID. You share that instead. I like that. Yes, it's so you don't have to carry those papers with you, and you can present that instead. I like that, Edward. That's a great way to say it. Did you see the Tennessee arrested over 600 sober people for DUI in a 4 or 5 year period? I don't know, man. Like Tennessee is, Here's the thing. And I've said this before. Like when I hear stories about, because that's one of the things that they love to do. They say, well, what about this cop that did this here? What about that cop that did that there? It's like, what about them? Were they wrong? Yes. Okay, so what? If you do something bad, then you should be punished for it. I don't care what you do for a living. I don't care if you're a cop or a priest or freaking whatever you are. You work at McDonald's. I don't care what you do for a living. If you do something wrong, you should be punished. You should face justice. Okay, so what's your point? You get pulled over for not having a license plate on your car, and the cop says, may I see your driver's license? He didn't do anything wrong. If the Tennessee broke the law, then they deserve to be sued. Exactly. And I'll tell you what, too. This is a big one. Because I actually lived in, when I was in Florida, what county did I live in? I don't even remember the name of the county. But I knew it was a bad one. Because I remember, and I did a video about it at the time. Or at least it was on one of my live streams. I talked about it. There was a specific county in Florida where this wasn't just like a couple of rogue officers. This was actual policy. Okay? If somebody, particularly a teenager, someone underage, got busted for something, maybe DUI, driving under the influence, maybe they got caught smoking a joint, basically, if a teenager got caught acting like a teenager, doing the stuff that kids do, not vicious, violent, crazy crimes, but like things that like probably everybody in here did at least once when they were 15, 16, 17 years old, right? They get caught doing something like that. It was official policy of this particular county in Florida for the cops to continuously harass him and his family to try and scare them into not committing any more crimes. So you get busted having a beer underage. Now, until you turn 18, every day you're walking down the street, squad car pulls up. What are you doing? What are you doing, huh? Give me your ID, boy. Let's go. Like, no, Pasco County. That was official Pasco County directives. That was actual policy. They'd be going after the family. The mom would be driving down the street. I saw body cam footage of it. This one particular kid, the one that this all came out because of, the mom's driving. She gets pulled over. She wasn't doing anything illegal. Why'd you pull me over? Where's your son? Is he out there committing crimes again? Is he out there drinking again? What's he doing? How come you're not with him? How come you're not what? Dude, you pulled me over for literally no reason. And when that happened, I came out here and I said, no, these cops are wrong. That's not cool. You can't do that. It's crazy sometimes, But, in the meantime, Uncle Artie wants me to shock myself and News Now Voodoo. Oh, wait, no, he wants News Now Voodoo to shock me. Oh, the Pasco County Sheriff's Department was sued for that, and they did lose. Good. Good. Exactly. Good. Like I said, I believe in justice. I don't care which side it's on, as long as it's the side of justice. Dag nabbit. I just think it's extremely unfair. And again, seeing how violent these people are getting now, for these boneheads to do what they do. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I found a mini Hez. What's up, buddy? Oh, you just woke up? All right, he's still tired. All right, we got 10 minutes. Well, we only got 10 minutes, dude, until the cupcake dance. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to tase, or for Voodoo to tase me.
Oh, thank you, Uncle Artie. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to tase Hez. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank you all for this opportunity to tase Hez. I'm very proud to accept this offer to tase Hez in the name of Chili de Castro, Denver Metro Audits, and of course, the king of all it. Ow! Dang nabbit! Minnie Hez, what are you doing smacking me, man? Oh, no. Alright, I'm gonna tase Hez, man. This is gonna be great. Ow! Holy crap! I'm gonna get you! Uncle Artie! Oh, Parson! Save me, please!
Oh, I turned it around on him.
Voodoo can't tase Hez, but you know who can.
Oh, no, Mini Hez is going to tase me. This is going to be terrible. Ah! Ow. That's it. Now you're grounded, tasing your old man. How dare you? Hi, Kiss. What's up? Great to see you. Oh, my goodness gracious me. I love you guys. This is great. Thank you for cheering me up this morning. Like I said earlier, I wasn't feeling good this morning. I woke up, feeling sick, had a bit of a headache and stuff. Not fun, not fun. We got oh, yes. We got the cupcake dance is at what, 8 minutes? So I actually had a video on deck that's 6 minutes long. So this is perfect. Let's go ahead and play this as the new Andre Sloan video. Let's check it out, guys. Ah! Here we go. Come on, go. Bam.
Hello, everyone out there in YouTube land. I hope everyone is doing fantastic on this great Sunday. I saw this video on another channel, and it is hilarious and is very well put together also. And is by a new channel called Frauditor Nation Network. It's only a couple weeks old. He doesn't have a lot of subscribers right now, and that's why I would like to suggest that all of you go over there and subscribe to his channel. Now, I asked for and received permission from the channel owner to mirror this video on our channel. I would like to suggest you go over and check out his channel, and he's got 4 other videos right now, and they're as equally well put together, and I believe you're going to enjoy them also. And as I asked, please subscribe to his channel so you can see their new content as it comes out. So let's check out this video. I know you're going to like it. It's called First Amendment Frauditor Training. And let me know in the comments down below what you thought of it.
Welcome to the Ultimate Auditor Training Course. In this video, you'll discover essential tips to harass, annoy, and aggravate people with expert precision, just like the pros. So grab your camera, embrace your misplaced sense of entitlement, and get ready to dive into the exciting, overdramatic world of First Amendment auditing. Lesson 1. Be the biggest douchebag you can be. Simply sticking a camera in someone's face won't get you the views or the money you need to get off of your mom's couch. You have to be a douchebag. The meaner you are, the better. Your viewers are among some of the meanest people on the planet. They expect this. Degrade them, call them names, and show them just how little respect you have for anyone but yourself. Remember, you're fighting for freedom, so embrace your inner bully and make every interaction as uncomfortable as possible. Our constitutional rights depend on it. Lesson 2. Switch gears. Many cops are now being educated on how to deal with the First Amendment auditors. Unfortunately, this could be bad for business. Nobody wants to see a cop who acts professional and knows his job, and eventually, it will be harder and harder for us to make good pig-hating content. But that's okay. Go after the common folk, the hardworking man and woman. They don't know shit about the Constitution, and why would they? They're not sworn. The best part about it all, you have hundreds of thousands of viewers who are too stupid to realize this. Lesson 3. Target the powerless for maximum effect. Always focus on people who can't fight back, like police officers, security guards, or other public employees who might lose their jobs if they react. This makes you look tough in front of your followers. And if you're like the majority of auditors who have utterly failed their families, you can say things like, "Look at me, Dad, I'm a real man." Lesson 4. Call the police as your ultimate backup plan. When things get out of hand and someone finally has enough of your shit, maybe they've nudged you or blocked your ability to enter a building, immediately run to the very people you claim to despise, the police. Forget every anti-cop rant you ever posted, every time you yelled all cops are bad. It's time to put all of that aside and let them come to your rescue. Be the proud hypocrite you truly are. This is one of those techniques you must master to be a good auditor. Lesson 5. Play the victim. If anyone has the gall to ask you to leave, immediately switch gears into full victim mode. Insist loudly that you're being harassed or targeted for exercising your rights. This is where a little narcissism goes a long way. Make everything about you, gaslighting everyone around you until they start questioning their own sanity. Your uneducated fan base will eat this up, admiring your bravery and your resilience, completely missing the fact that you're the one who caused the entire scene to begin with. The more you play the victim, the more entertaining and infuriating you become. Lesson 6. Repeatedly ask, "Am I being detained?" Even if you know that you're free to leave, repeatedly ask, "Am I being detained?" Keep asking until they finally answer no. Then, act as if you've won some kind of epic legal battle. This way, you can add "Cop Gets Owned" to the title. Normal law-abiding citizens won't understand what's going on, but sovereign citizens and other Neanderthals will completely get it. Lesson 7. I'm working on a story ruse. Whenever someone questions why you're filming, proudly announce that you're working on a story or you're doing investigative journalism. It doesn't matter that you've never written a story. Most auditors have barely held a job, and even more than that, suffer from some form of illiteracy. The goal here is to make yourself sound credible, as if you're on a grand quest for the truth. Remember, you don't need actual journalistic integrity when you're good at being loud. Lesson 8. The legendary walk of shame. When police officers decide you're not worth their time and simply walk away, that's your cue to spin the movement into gold. Even if they've been nothing but constitutional and professional, I need you to loudly declare, "There goes the walk of shame." Your audience will eat this up. Remember, our rights are on the line. We simply can't allow these pigs to uphold our rights. And there you have it, everything you need to succeed as a frauditor. But let's be real for a moment. Most auditors didn't end up here by accident. They're usually people who have failed to find success elsewhere. Sure, a select few will actually manage to make a living off of this nonsense, but the rest, they'll be the ones setting up GoFundMe accounts and begging their fans for bail money. But don't let that discourage you. If you work hard enough at causing chaos, you have a dark heart, and you enjoy watching people get ridiculed, you can be part of something big. Why? Because freedom.
Like and subscribe so we can blow some shit up.
All right. I love that. That's one of my favorite videos to come down the pike in a long time. And ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the cup cake happy all right, here we go. All right. Okay. Olay. All right. Yes, we love you, Maggie. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I love all you guys. You're all the best fans in the world, as you know. There she is. All right. Where is she? There we go. Yeah, Olay. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. You're the best fans in the world. I love you guys. Good to be here. It's Veterans Day. You got any veterans in your family, make sure, you show your appreciation and support for all of our veterans. Thank you guys so much. You're the best fans in the world. I love you guys. You have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow morning. I got to take this kid to school. I got to go to work. Oh, my goodness gracious me. I love you guys. What? Well, get ready. Oh, yeah. I'm all shook up.